Hold up. Did Barcelona just pull off the most ridiculous comeback of the season already? We're only 2 games into LaLiga, and Barça just said, hold my sangria, and turned a 2-0 deficit into a 3-2 victory with an own goal in the 91st minute. If you thought your Monday was dramatic, wait until you hear about what went down at the Ciutat de Valencia. I'm talking about a match that had more plot twists than a telenovela, more drama than your favorite reality show, and enough heart attacks to keep cardiologists in business for years. Stick around because it proves that in football, it's never over until that final whistle blows. Before we dive into this absolute madness, let's set the scene. It's Jornada 2 of La Liga 2025-26, and Barcelona are visiting Levante at the Ciutat de Valencia. Now, if you know anything about Spanish football, you know that these smaller teams don't just roll over for the big boys. Oh, no. Levante came into this match with a game plan sharper than a chef's knife, and Barcelona? Well, they came in with their usual possession-heavy approach, probably thinking this would be another stroll in the park. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. Here's what makes this even more interesting. We're talking about the second match day of the season. Teams are still figuring out their rhythm, players are still shaking off that preseason rust, and tactical adjustments are happening faster than you can say Xavi's replacement. But here's the kicker. Barcelona had already shown in their first match that they mean business this season. So when they lined up against Levante, everyone expected the Catalans to dominate from minute 1. The football gods, however, had other plans.
A tactical perspective, Barcelona had the majority of possession, because of course they did. It's Barcelona. They're probably possessing the ball in their sleep at this point. But Levante, they were playing chess while Barça was playing checkers. The home side were clinical, efficient, and absolutely ruthless with their chances. It's like they looked at Barcelona's possession stats and said, cool, you can keep the ball, we'll just score when we get it. And this is exactly why lower-tier teams can be so dangerous in La Liga. They don't need 70% possession to hurt you. They just need those moments, those crucial moments where they make every touch count. But wait, it gets worse for Barcelona.
So, there's Barcelona, already 1-0 down, probably thinking, okay, we got this. Second half will turn on the magic. Meanwhile, Ferran Torres is out there doing his best impression of a construction worker, hammering the ball against the crossbar like he's trying to renovate the stadium. Then, we get a header from Delay that's closer to scoring than most of us will ever get to financial stability. It just barely misses the post. The tension is building. Barcelona are creating chances, and you can feel that equalizer coming. But then, and this is where football shows you it has a sense of humor darker than my coffee, the referee decides to check VAR for a handball by Balde in the box. And folks, when VAR gets involved in the first half stoppage time, you know drama is about to unfold. Penalty to Levante. José Luis Morales steps up. This guy's got ice in his veins and nerves of steel, and buries it. 2-0 to Levante going into halftime. Can you imagine being a Barcelona fan at this moment? You're probably texting your friends like, turn the game on, this is hilarious if you're a Real Madrid fan, or turn the game off, this is painful if you bleed Blaugrana. But here's the thing about great teams, and Barcelona, despite all their recent struggles, are still a great team. They don't stay down for long. What happened next was about to remind everyone why they're called FC Barcelona. Halftime team talk must have been intense. I'm talking about the kind of speech that makes grown men cry, motivates you to run through walls, and probably involved at least 3 tactical boards being thrown across the room. Because whatever was said in that locker room, it worked like magic. They're thinking, wait, this wasn't in the script. While Barcelona are thinking, we're Barcelona, this is exactly in our script. The momentum has completely shifted. It's like watching a tide change. One moment Levante are cruising toward 3 points, the next they're desperately trying to hold on to 1. But football, my friends, had saved the best, whipping in a cross with the precision of a Swiss watchmaker and the audacity of someone who knows they're about to create history. Unai El Jazabal, Levante defender, tries to clear the ball. It's a routine defensive action, the kind you do 1,000 times in training, the kind that usually saves your team. Except this time, it goes into his own net. Own goal. Barcelona win 3-2. Can you imagine the heartbreak for Levante? They were 9 minutes away from one of the biggest upsets of the season. They had Barcelona dead and buried, measured for coffins, planning the funeral, and then football said, not today. And for Barcelona, this is the kind of win that seasons are built on. This is character-defining stuff. This is the kind of comeback that gets framed in the museum and talked about for decades. El Jazabal, poor guy, went for potential hero to accidental villain in the space of one deflection. That's football for you. It's beautiful, it's cruel, and it doesn't care about your feelings. This wasn't just a win for Barcelona. This was a statement. It was them saying, we might go 2-0 down, but we'll never give up. It was a masterclass in resilience, a PhD in never say die attitude. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why we love this beautiful, crazy, unpredictable game. So what does this epic comeback tell us about this Barcelona team and La Liga in general? First, Barcelona might have their issues, but their fighting spirit is alive and well. This team showed the kind of mental strength that champions are made of. Going 2-0 down away from home and still finding a way to win, that's special. Second, La Liga is going to be absolutely insane this season. If teams like Levante can put Barcelona on the ropes like this, imagine what the other big boys are capable of. And third, and this is crucial, never, ever turn off a football match early. The beautiful game has a habit of saving its best moments when you least expect them. This match had everything. Early drama, stunning goals, VAR controversy, an incredible comeback, and an own goal that will be replayed until the end of time. It was 90 minutes of pure, unfiltered football madness. Barcelona walk away with 3 points and a story they'll be telling their grandchildren. Levante walk away with broken hearts, but the knowledge that they pushed one of the world's biggest clubs to their absolute limit. If this match proved anything, it's that football is never boring. So smash that like button if you love dramatic comebacks, hit subscribe for more football insanity, and drop a comment below. What's the craziest comeback you've ever witnessed? And remember, in football, just like in life, it's not over until it's over. Until next time, keep believing in miracles, keep watching until the final whistle, and remember, this is why we love this beautiful game.